The economic benefits of weatherization are obvious, but Lincoln residents are saving more than just money. They're saving energy, staying true to our resourceful Nebraskan values.
People who live in Lincoln are naturally attentive to resource conservation. They're also independent and very community-minded and kind of creative, too.
There are a lot of great leaders in Lincoln who are forward-thinking and will help us get to where we need to be.
It is an unusual place because people care, and they care a lot about how clean is this city, how good are the schools, how crime-free are we, all of the quality of life kind of issues that you apply to a progressive, growing city.
I really think that it's a value, and it's a value that our community should embrace.
We should just go all the way. All the technologies that are out there, we should be able to utilize it. And if it's money available, it should be offered to the citizens. And in the end, it's better for the whole community.
Saving money, saving energy, simple steps to a better life, job creation, all of these things are high values we have here in Lincoln.
If we can just kind of do our little small part in with our little house, then hopefully we can get other people to do the same thing.
Just to see all this money essentially going into the atmosphere through our walls goes against what I'm about.
And they're seeing this sort of scriptural mandate that occurs in the scriptures of all the religious traditions of the world, that part of our responsibility as creatures of God's creation is to care for the creation that we've been placed in.
I think mainly it's just getting people to buy into it because they don't realize what a huge advantage it is.
More companies should get involved with this sort of things, like city planning or local architecture firms.
Right now, LES has been a real innovator in power generation in the United States.
They have a program that provides rebates on a lot of energy savings measures, and so we were able to work in conjunction with them as well to get some real benefits to the church buildings.
I'm one of those folks that think there isn't a inexhaustible supply of energy. We need to be looking at ways to save.
A lot of people are starting to become much more aware and tuned into the value of energy efficiency and I hope building maintenance.
It forms an entry point for them to start thinking about larger issues like where does our energy come from?
It's a social responsibility, it's a conservation challenge, it's using new technology as it's being developed, and it's a challenge to create public policy. You can't have good progressive economics without having good, solid public policy.
It's easy to get started saving money and energy thanks to the many qualified evaluators and contractors located right here in Lincoln. These certified professionals can guide you through the simple steps it takes to make a lasting impact in your home.
What happens is they pay us to give them information about decisions they're going to make, and they make better decisions. They share that with everybody they know.
Now I'm able to make a lasting impression in their own personal lives because this is really affecting their personal living space.
His savings is my paycheck. I'm not going to sell him something that will not pay for itself.
You can kind of work off that. Maybe this year you're going to go for the installation, a year from now on the water heater, and then you can just work off of it as you go.
Doing energy auditing is helping people enjoy their house more, make it more energy efficient, less drafty, lowering utility bills.
Contractors are a very good source of information. They're the ones, on the ground every day doing this sort of thing.
BPI certified, tells some people that, I'm not telling them some voodoo magic here. This is some real numbers and this is some serious issues.
You would know this unless you had an energy evaluation. Also with the blower door, you don't know how much your home is leaking, so this conditioned air that you're putting into your home, it may be leaking like crazy, but you don't know that because you didn't have a blower door test.
I had a lady that started saving almost $300 a month on her coldest, compared to her previous years.
Real estate assessments and values should play into the fact that when you get ready to sell the property, because your house is performing more efficiently, which means that's money saved.
Electric bills, it cut it in half right away.
I know that it's made a huge difference in our bottom line. Hopefully it does for others too.
The environmental impacts are really almost secondary because really you're making people safer, happier, and healthier. And on top of that, they save money. And then on top of that, there's less carbon monoxide and there's less environmental effects.
And it's also great for the community because we're not using so much power, especially during peak times when we're heating and air conditioning.
There's a lot of low-hanging fruit that is out there. People are starting to catch on, but unfortunately, or fortunately, our energy costs are relatively cheap here in Lincoln and Nebraska. So there isn't a large financial incentive at the moment. As that incentive grows with prices increasing, I think people will go looking for answers a little bit more.
As there are decreases in funding from federal dollars coming into the state for services, state dollars being available, we really are having to do more with less.
There are a lot of great businesses. We have incredible minds at the university who could really help us out.
The ReEnergize program capitalized on making not only individual homes better, but on making a community impact across the entire city. Almost 500 homes were upgraded through the ReEnergize program, along with businesses and nonprofits.
You know, I would encourage a nonprofit organization, even if they didn't own their building, to talk to the landlord of the building.
It's catching on. You know, most businesses, no matter what your size, can figure out, well, I can take this step. That could save our company money. Or if I did this, this would help out our company as well. And some companies are driven by the fact that they want to be better stewards and they want to be able to tell their green side of how they have made an impact, a positive impact on reducing their carbon footprint.
This is only the start of a community-wide movement that can make Lincoln a leader in energy efficiency. Thanks, everyone, for building an Energy Smart Lincoln. To learn more about how you can be energy smart, visit EnergySmartLincoln.org and check out our partners.